Hi, I hope that you're doing well. I have just been scanning some bits. Finally, I definitely don't scan my artwork often enough, and I don't want to think about how much of a pain it's going to be to actually go through all of it and edit it because I'm not very skilled at that. I just do it in Procreate and Lightroom, and it's a bit of a whole thing every time, but I want to do it, and one of the things that I would really like to do this year is put together a portfolio for myself. Ideally, it'd be like a really well designed thing, like a printable booklet type of thing as well. But even if it's just like a collection of proper scans of my artwork, that's fine. I just want to have like a neat collection of my work that isn't just random badly lit pictures in my gallery in my phone, you know? So I've been scanning up some bits. I really like these pieces that I've worked on recently. I've been feeling so inspired since like January, and especially after the incredibly uninspired month that was December. It's been really encouraging to feel this way again, so I'm just really happy with it. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of drawing, little bit of work on the sticker sheets. I'm having a really good time working on the sticker sheets. I'm so happy with how they're coming together. I don't think I'll be able to finish them this week. That's not the goal. I think the goal this week is to get to like 8 finished ones maybe, and then hopefully maybe finish them next week so I can then get them printed and get the pictures taken and all of that and release them before the end of the month. That would be great. So at the end of January, I think I mentioned I did sort of like a monthly reflection about like how the month had gone in my journal. Like I did a January recap and February plans type of thing. And then I also wrote out a list of everything that happened that month. And I really liked it because similarly to what the Hon has been doing, it really put into perspective like just how much does happen. I feel like it's very easy to forget and to feel like days go by and like you've done nothing and you've accomplished nothing and it's like you're wasting your time and you're really like, I don't know, I feel like that there's just a lot more that happens that I don't necessarily end up realizing. And so I found this really helpful. It really helped put things into perspective for me. So I thought it'd be a nice thing to do it more regularly. So for this week, I did a similar thing. I titled it Week 6 Reflection just because last week was week number 6 of the year, and I wrote down a list of the things that I did / that happened last month. Painting, studying, editing, whatever. Some goals for this week, and just a little reflection on things. And I really like it. I think this is something that I would like to keep up with throughout however long I feel like I need it for. But I wanted to share it because I did find it very helpful, and I think it will be very nice to look back at as well. Just these lists, and I don't know, it's kind of cool. So kind of loose intentions for the week are to get to about 8 finished sticker sheets. And then most of it is just exam related stuff. And then like filming and editing as normal. So nothing too out of the ordinary. I would like to do a little bit of painting. I think this afternoon I'm going to try and work a little bit on this. This is like a gouache background, very watered down gouache background that I painted last week. And it took ages to dry over here. I painted it like mid-afternoon, and by the time I went to bed at like 11, it was still wet. So I couldn't work on it, and then I think the next day was Friday, and I was just cleaning and going home that day, so I didn't paint anything. But I really like the textures. I really want to play more into that. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the way that I drew it out, like the grid, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I drew out a grid separating it into 8 pieces. Because I thought it'd be a cute like a cool creative exercise to make a small zine. So I've divided it in the way that like the pages would be. It's like one of those fold out 8-page zine, I think. Have I got? I thought I had like a makeshift one, like a test one that I did with just some lined paper to mark down the pages, but I can't find it. But anyways, it's like an 8-page zine, and I thought it'd just be a nice creative exercise. I've been really interested in like abstract elements, like incorporating abstract elements into my work for quite a while, and I think it does come through with like, I really love this type of background that I've been doing on the florals and the portraits, and it's just something that I've been really interested in, but I don't have a lot of experience with because it's not the kind of background that I come from. And so I want to do some experimentation with that. I painted some sort of loose florals on Sunday that I quite like. I really like these two. And I don't know, I want to experiment with that a little bit. So I think I'll try to do a little bit more work on this, do a little bit more work on the stickers. I've just made myself a nice tea. I think this is raspberries and blueberries or something like that. It's a new one that I got. So I'm curious to try that out. I'm gonna have a very cozy, very chill afternoon, might even take a nap, and then tomorrow it's back to studying. But I'm hoping to like keep things balanced and get back to it with like a good amount of focus, because last week my head just wasn't in it. But these past couple of days I have been very focused, so hopefully it kind of transfers over the next couple of weeks as well. But yeah, I hope that you're well, and I thought I'd just come in and set some intentions for the week, so I can then update you on how things go as well. Hi again. I am filming this on the Monday. I normally finish the video like on a Sunday. They're like self-contained within a week, but by the time I got home yesterday night, it was pitch black, so I couldn't really record much. But I wanted to talk a little bit more because I feel like the video is quite stretched quite thin this week. There's not much to it because I didn't film on Monday, and then I think I barely filmed anything on Wednesday or Thursday as well. It was just, filming is very second nature to me normally, but last week, after I did all that revision on Monday and took my exam on Tuesday, my brain felt so full that I felt very at capacity, and then I had to continue studying for this other exam that I have upcoming next Monday, and filming just wasn't in the cards. I mean, I was still doing it, but I normally just whenever I'm doing something that I think is interesting, or that I think might be nice for the video, I'll set up the camera without really thinking too much about it. Last week I just kept forgetting to do it. So hopefully it was not too boring to see, but there was a little bit of illustration that I wanted to still show you. And I also, this weekend I got around to printing some more of the stickers, and I wanted to talk a bit about that because I am really excited about them. I didn't reprint the ones that I already printed last week or the week before, which are the studying one and the tea coffee one that has this sticker and this one. I don't know if I've used any other ones, but I didn't reprint them just because I'd already printed them, even though there's some new ones. I didn't want to reprint them until they were all finished, and I'm gonna reprint everything to take the pictures for the shop. But I wanted to print the new ones that I hadn't yet, so I can start using them in my journal and I can show you. And also, it's always different to see them printed out, and there are some corrections that I want to make. In this one, the pizza is a bit blurry compared to the rest, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. They look a bit darker than they actually are, just because my printer tends to do that. I think for the photos I'm going to get them printed at the local print shop where I get all my notes printed and stuff, just because the colors are a lot more accurate. These two look pretty good. These ones, I was afraid that the black cat would look just like a black blob and you couldn't really tell too much of the features, and I'm definitely gonna have to lighten that up, or darken at least the face details, and I'm gonna lighten up the line art on this one, I think, because it's gonna look better. But I'm quite happy with them. I'm really excited to start using them. I just wanted to show you the actual sheets before I cut them apart. So that's one thing that I'm really happy for. I thought this one was going to be my favorite, but this one is a very strong contender. I really love the salad and the ramen that I drew. I think they're really, really cute. And they're nice and detailed, which I think is very satisfying to see. So I'm very happy that I printed them out, and I'm very excited to start using them. I'm going to have a nice planning session in a second. That's going to be the start of next week's video. So I'll start using them in a bit, and I'm very excited about that. But then also the rest of my free time this week was taken over by Stardew Valley. I haven't played video games since I was a kid, and I was playing Pokemon and Super Mario with pretty much all of my free time outside of reading. And I've never played video games on PC, so I wasn't aware of what's out there. I have no idea. I've never played any of that. But I was watching some videos of some people playing Stardew Valley recently, and I was because I'd heard of it just in passing. I'd heard of people mentioning it, but I didn't know what it was about. And I saw some videos about it, and I was like, oh, so that is what everyone has been going on about. I need to get that. So I've spent pretty much all of my free time this week working on my farm, and it's been so fun. I thought because I've really enjoyed the organization and planning side of it, and it's been very relaxing. I think it's relaxing enough, but also just challenging enough from an organization standpoint that it takes your mind off of other things. And so it's just been really nice now that I'm that I have a lot going on for this exam and stuff, and I always have a lot of information coming in. It's really nice to just play that in the evenings and take my mind off of the stress of it all. But I thought to keep track of everything, I could start a notebook related to it, but then I thought it's maybe a bit early to let it consume my life to this degree. So for now, I've printed out like a community center bundles tracker to just stick in my commonplace, and I'll print out the next few things that I need still just to put in my commonplace. And then if I really decide that it's something that I want to like properly work on, I can always start another notebook. I wasn't sure because I feel like a ring binder would be the best solution for this kind of thing, just because it'd be nice to be able to organize it by seasons or by type of activity and different things, and be able to move pages around. And I could get a really cheap ring binder in Muji and print out pages or like handwrite pages. But I also have some A5 plain notebooks that I could use, so it was a bit too early to get so involved, and also I don't really have the time to make that the priority at the moment. Like, I'm happy to keep playing it, but I also really need to study. So this will be a thought that I keep working on. I need to do a bit of writing, probably do that tonight. But I wanted to like just give you a general update. I also wanted to show you because I realized last week I showed them, but I didn't actually talk about them. Last week I got two really exciting deliveries. One was the tea box that I'm so happy with. My tea is finally nice and organized, and it's been such a joy. And then I got a parcel from an order that I placed from Minnie Small's shop. She's been one of my biggest inspirations from the time that I started painting. I would say like her, Jimena Reno and Miriam Tilsons were like the first people that really inspired me to start painting and drawing. And so I got her Greenhouse Essentials for Potion Makers and Spellcasters Inktober zine from 2019? No, that seems too far away. Maybe 2020, 2021. I'm not sure. I completely lost track of time. But it's such a beautiful book. And I really, really love the drawings that are in here. They're ballpoint pen drawings, similar to the ones that I made during my Inktober this year. And they're so beautiful. And it's really cool to see how with the same medium, like styles can be so different as well. I really like her writing. I really like the illustrations in here. And I'm very happy to have this in my little zine collection now. And then I got one of her tiny house zines because I've always loved her tiny house drawings. And they're really cool, and I wanted to give her a bit of a shout out. So I'll leave her shop and like her YouTube and stuff linked below so you can check her out if you don't know her. And I think that was all I wanted to mention. I'm a couple of days behind in the Hon, but otherwise things are going quite well. I'm very excited to like see it kind of fill up a little bit at the time. The bulk is definitely starting to show. I can feel it. You can definitely see it, but I can also feel it as I'm writing on this side of the page. I can feel like the stack of pictures that I've printed underneath it. I've noticed that the ones that I got printed at the printer shop are printed on much thicker printer paper, so I don't think I'll get them printed there anymore, just because this book will explode by the end of the year otherwise. But everything else wise, it's going really well. I'm having such a good time in it. And I'm gonna catch up. I'm a couple of days behind. Today's the 19th, I think. I have been doing it just in chunks of 2 or 3 days at the time, just because I've been playing Stardew Valley in the evenings, so and I've not really been writing a lot, but I'm having a good time in my journals, I think. Even though I'm not journaling a lot still, I'm journaling more than I was last month, and I'm in a better place with it. It's helping me more. Like, I'm keeping up with this, but I'm also still journaling in my commonplace a little bit, like just enough to clear my head, and it's been really helpful. So that was kind of the week. It was a bit of an odd one. Next week might also be a bit of an odd one because I'm in full revision mode for the whole week. So we'll see how that comes along, but at least you'll have some journaling to look forward to. But yeah, I hope that you had a really, really lovely week. Sorry about the rambling, sorry about the strange video, and I will see you soon with a new one. Bye!